Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. So today we get to take a look at the all-new 2025 Ford Explorer. This is the ST, which is the top trim level. It's finished off in Star White Metallic. The MSRP is just over $61,000. We have a pretty performance-oriented three-row SUV with this Explorer. And we'll start off with what this is powered by, which is the 3-liter EcoBoost V6. This is paired to the 10-speed automatic, and it pumps out 400 horsepower, 415 pound-feet of torque, sent through that all-wheel drive system. 0 to 60 for this 4,600-pound SUV is going to be 5.2 seconds. Top speed is 146 miles an hour. You're also looking right around 18 miles per gallon in the city and 26 out on the highway. Now for the 25-year model, we do have a redesigned front fascia. The grille is a little bit larger. There's the forward-facing camera, ST badge, gloss black for that entire grille as well. The headlights are also a little bit different. Everything is LED, of course, along with the fog lights in the lower section. There's also all the parking sensors, the sensor for the distance pacing, and then some gloss black accents in the lower section, also on Explorer there. Some really nice lines that come down the hood as well. I think it gives it a great distinctive front end for this. Now this ST also gets a new design for these wheels. These are 21s. This model also has the upgraded performance brakes. Nice design for all of that, of course. There's the sport tuned suspension for this too. And then power folding side mirrors with the camera and the turn signal. Full moonroof up top, gloss black for the roof racks. It's on the lower section of the window trim. It's also in the lower section of the door where Explorer is stamped right there. And then the rest of that is all plastic there. But I think it gives it a great look as well. And then in back, there's the body colored spoiler along with the third brake light. There's the wiper blade, LED taillights, a little bit different design for the 25-year model. There's the backup camera with all these sensors. This is also equipped with the towing package, so it can tow around 5,000 pounds. And then there's also the quad tip dual exhaust. It's not all that loud, but you do have remote start if you need to use that. And then to gain access to the cargo, the button is over on the right side there, where this has the power lift gate. And then as I mentioned earlier, this is a 3-row SUV. So with the 3rd row up, take a look at how much cargo space there is. You can place in several items. There's also storage underneath the floor if you need to use that. And then the 3rd row is automatic. So you can just push on those buttons to raise and lower, and you'll see just how much more storage there is when you have that seat down. And then you have the buttons up top where you can close and lock that lift gate. Now, as we work our way to the interior, there's a very nice door panel with all of these materials. There's leather with all the stitching. There's also the adjustable sunshade there. You have the Bang & Olufsen sound system, and then some storage in that lower section there. And then take a look at these seats. With ST in the upper section there, you can get a 6 or 7-seater for the Explorer. This model is the 6-seater, so you can easily slide those captain's chairs out of the way. And then at 5'10", hopping into the back, honestly, it's not all that bad. You can move these seats forward if you need a little bit better foot room there. But we have cup holders, a little bit of storage. There's also some auxiliaries as well. And I have about 2 or 3 inches of headroom. There's also some vents up top. So, while my knees are sitting high up, I could be comfortable riding around town if I had to get in that back seat there. And then we can quickly hop into these captain's chairs where we have storage pockets up front. There's all the climate adjustments along with these being heated captain's chairs. You get auxiliaries and cup holders. And then we have the armrests there, full moonroof up top, and you can recline these seats too, so you can get that much more comfortable. And then as we take a look at the driver door panel now, there's the memory seating adjustments. There's also your side mirror controls, window adjustments, more storage in that lower section. And then the same design for the automatic front seats here. Let's start this back up where we have the solid and perforated steering wheel. Very nice design with all the red accents. This is also equipped with paddle shifters. And then on the right side, we have Bluetooth controls as well as some adjustments for the gauge cluster here. So under my view, you can actually configure what you would like to see under this setting, so you can have all those shortcuts. And then you have the rest of this information to go through as needed. Not a whole lot of info, but it is nice for what you get for that digital gauge cluster there. Cruise, adaptive cruise, volume is on that left side too. Now there's the liftgate release along with your headlight and fog light adjustments. There's a dimmer switch. Really nice design for everything surrounding the air vent there with all these materials. And then as we take a look at the infotainment system, for the home screen, you get this split view here. You can also go into all of these icons where you can get into the massaging seats, which is very nice to see there. And then you can also go into your ambient lighting, you have your downhill assist, and then you have various apps to go into, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, towing, different settings that you need to get into. Then you have your temperatures, you have adjustments for your heated and ventilated seats along with the heated steering wheel. There's your fan speed, where you'd like the air to go. 2 air vents underneath that. There's also volume for your audio. There's a shortcut to the engine start stop, as well as your parking chime. There's the hazards. There's also a shortcut to the camera system, so you can push on that, pull up your forward-facing camera here. There's also a few rear-facing angles that you can monitor. There's traction control with the auto hold. You get wireless charging and additional storage on that right side. There's also some auxiliaries underneath. You can place and hide some items there as needed. There's 2 cup holders. And then when we put it into reverse, you get that backup camera with a few more angles here, just depending on what you'd like to see. There's drive, manual setting, and then park is to the left. There's the e-brake, and then a few different driving modes for this. So depending on the driving that you are doing, you can configure this as needed. Very nice to see all of those. And then you have a little bit of storage in front of the armrest, where there's an auxiliary down there. Plenty of room in the glove box. Explorer is also in that trim accent. There's the rear view mirror. You have all your adjustments for the sunshade and sunroof, as well as the dome lights. And then here's a look at visibility. It's pretty easy to see all around. So no complaints with that. Now let's go ahead and get the all new ST out on the road. And with it still in sport mode, we'll go to second gear again. Here we go. And very light on the accelerator. We're up to speed. I can definitely feel that this has plenty of power. Paddle shifters are also very responsive as well. And while we have the 10 speed, it seems so far that you would be able to play with some of the gears. This isn't a performance style vehicle, but it looks like if you want to, you could have some fun with it and really wring out those gears, even though there's 10 of them. So it's going to help with your fuel efficiency. If you're towing and you need to change gears as well, you have the option to do that, which is really nice. But this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the all-new Ford Explorer. I will say, for the $60,000 price tag for this Ford, it's a really nice option to go with. We have a lot of luxury brands that are going to cost around the same. However, with the ST, you get the top trim level. So for 60 grand, you get a fully loaded vehicle here versus some of the other luxury brands where you might be getting more of a basic model versus having fully loaded in this. So I can see the appeal to going with the Ford Explorer versus maybe a GX550, which is going to cost a little bit more for the base starting MSRP. So you're already a couple grand less than this. BMW X5s, you're going to be in the used market at that price point. Same with Audis, maybe the Q5, something like that. If you're looking at a luxury brand, I mean, this even has massaging seats, which is very impressive for it. And it drives very nice. I haven't put that many miles on it. Hopefully we'll get an Explorer for a press vehicle so we can really get some seat time behind the wheel, but it seems like a super solid vehicle. I like all of these materials as well. So, I mean, I don't think you can go wrong with a brand new Explorer here. It seems to give you all the creature comforts that you would like, and this is something that will be a great daily driver. If you need to haul people, you have extra storage. It's a well-rounded SUV, especially for its size. And it also sounds pretty good too. For that EcoBoost V6, this is a vehicle that you could even put on a different exhaust if you wanted to and just have some fun with those aspects as well. So it gives you a really cool option to go with, and to have a performance SUV that has a lot of capabilities to it. But that's going to wrap it up for the all-new 2025 Ford Explorer ST. Once again, huge shout out to Mooresville Ford for providing this SUV for me today. take a look at their website, give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and consider smashing that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our daily uploads. I will see you all in the next video.